Welcome back to Work in the Verse, your go-to channel for all things virtual reality. It's been a lot about Meta recently with the Quest 3, so let's shift our focus to the other news that has been going on. Today we'll take a peek into the Apple rumor mill, what's going on with Steam VR 2.0, and the company formerly known as XREAL is launching a new pair of AR glasses called the Air 2. Let's unpack that Apple rumor mill. Apple will surely help redefine the VR game with its Vision Pro series, still on track to launch next year, but will it be within reach for the masses, or will it end up being a niche audience? The first rumor is the likeliness that Apple won't be stopping at the Vision Pro. At $3,500 in their first gen, it shouldn't come as a surprise that Apple would have an affordable follow-up. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, who seems to be the Apple VR whisperer as he often has the first scoop, it's going to be more budget-friendly, with a price point ranging from $1,500 to $2,500. But with anything less, there's always trade-offs. You can expect a lower-end processor along the lines of an iPhone-grade chip, fewer cameras, and an overall lower-resolution display. The feature that was most talked about, eyesight, which creates a render of the wearer's eyes so others can see, would likely be dropped. So, without the eyesight feature, would this be a deal-breaker for you? Is the price reduction enough to draw in potential VR enthusiasts like yourself? Let me know in the comments. Moving on, Apple is thinking a lot about its users. First up, prescription lenses. Apple's Vision Pro looks like it won't work for glass wearers, so you'll need to purchase optional Zeiss-made lenses. But with anything first gen, you know they'll be thinking about future solutions. Gurman notes that Apple has filed patents as recently as August so they can correct for people's vision within the headset. Imagine a world where your VR headset adapts to your vision without having to make as many adjustments. As Steve Jobs famously said, it just works. Apple won't be the first in this space, as Pimax's auto-adjusting IPD and beyond takes personal customization to the extreme by getting your measurements before shipping. Apple must be coming up with a novel approach as they're seeking patents. Speaking of customization, back in July, Gurman reported that Apple plans to ask those purchasing in the Apple Store to make an appointment first, which happened first with the Apple Watch in 2015. This is so they can ensure the correct lens and fit of the headset matches the wearer the best way possible. For those not purchasing in store, it looks like Apple will be taking a page from Beyond's playbook, where they'll ask you to scan your head and send in your prescription information so they can match the headset to each wearer. Picture this. You head to your nearest Apple Store, schedule an appointment, and try on the headset. Apple ensures it fits perfectly, and if you need prescription lenses, they'll have them ready for you. It's a whole new way of purchasing tech. According to Wayne Ma, a writer for The Information and seen on UploadVR, Apple believes that with the advanced features of the Apple Vision Pro, they may be able to help diagnose certain conditions in people. By using the data gathered from the face and eye tracking features, Apple may be able to detect depression, anxiety, stress, or post-traumatic stress disorder. Although not mentioned in UploadVR's summary, depending on how sensitive the eye tracking is, I wouldn't be surprised to hear that Apple will be able to detect high cholesterol levels, as ophthalmologists can do this with simple magnification already today. So, how would you feel if Apple's looking at your health information that way? Let me know what you think in the comments. Before we leave potential health benefits of VR and Apple over to other news, Apple has also reportedly cut their full-body tracking from the first version of the Apple Pro. It seems that accurate and reliable full-body tracking isn't easy to do, as reported by Ma, who said Apple was looking at how they could use this data to detect other illnesses such as Parkinson's disease. Moving on, a month ago, after many years, Valve released a beta version of Steam VR 2.0, and now they've made it fully available for users of Steam. According to Sadly It's Bradley, the client is going to need some work, as there have been several problems for users of the latest client. I personally haven't had a chance to see what the problems are directly, but we'll be updating soon as I'm working on some videos to talk about the Quest 3 PC VR experience. Probably the greatest disappointment with the release is the lack of a new VR headset that's been eagerly anticipated for quite some time. Watching Brad's video, you can see that the shift is looking for a democratic platform to better support VR headsets in general, and making your Steam library accessible too. Speaking of making your content more accessible, The late theme of the year is AR glasses that let you take your other hardware and give it larger screens to work on. The company formerly known as XREAL has rebranded themselves as XREAL, and they're releasing the Air 2 series. You'll need a USB-C device to work with the Xrail directly, or purchase an additional dongle to support devices with HDMI or the Nintendo Switch. The first generation was expensive at $600 and was only supported on a small range of Android devices, so this is another welcome change which may encourage others to be more active in this space. To wrap up today's video, are you eagerly awaiting for the launch of the Apple Vision Pro? Do you think it will change the entire VR experience, or will it simply be a ripple in the pond? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on Work in the Verse to stay up to date with all things VR. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, keep working the verse.